hard and critical work that was meant to secure a piece of Vancouver Island history that dates back more than 125 years. But it's been months since these rotting ties were removed and new ones put in their place. And for the last year, this track has sat silent.
Let's get the track back in shape, and let's get the train back on the track.
But that silence will soon be a part of the history of the ENN line, as work to repair the 225-kilometre track from Courtenay to Victoria could start up again as soon as this fall.
Our government has set aside $7.5 million for the Island Corridor Foundation to upgrade infrastructure along the ENN line.
The $7.5 million contribution from the federal government brought a collective sigh of relief to this crowd after months of wondering whether any funding would be rolling in from Ottawa.
This day saved it. If the federal government hadn't come in, the provincial money was gone. So now you've turned zero, basically, potentially, if nothing happened, to $15 million, and then making sure that the corridor is preserved.
The much anticipated announcement comes more than 9 months after the provincial government committed $7.5 million, half of what the Island Corridor Foundation said was needed to fix the track. Now armed with a $15 million commitment, the foundation says it can finally move forward.
We have a whole series of other initiatives ready to push the green buttons on. And we weren't able to do that until we knew we could actually get this line back to an operational standard.
The $15 million will go towards repairing the tracks and ties, but Graham Bruce says more money is still needed to repair the bridges and trestles. How much that will be and where that will come from is still up in the air.
There's 48 structures between Victoria and Courtenay. Some of them are 1906, 1912. I have to tell you, they're in way better shape than anybody could imagine.
Bruce says he's hoping work to replace 104,000 ties will start up again in November, and says by May of 2013, passenger service on the Via Rail cars could be moving up and down the island once again. Among the faces smiling at today's announcement is Aaron Lipke. He grew up beside the track in the West Shore and tweets about rail service on the island almost every day.
Considering the economic times, it's actually great that they've considered putting money towards the line. We were all kind of worried for a long time, but it's great. It's a great news. We can build on it and go from there and start putting this rail line where it should have been years ago, as a proper, important transit link on our island.
I congratulate the Island Corridor Foundation and the province for investing in this project.
Both Conservative Island MPs say securing the funding and getting the ENN back on track wouldn't have happened without the hard work of mayors up and down the island.
It's been an ongoing, meetings and everything else, and everybody's been very, very supportive. Mayors, all the governments, First Nations, everybody up and down the island wanted to see this happen, and I think that's what tipped it over the top.
And Young says it's much more than just steel and wooden ties. It also means a big economic boost. From saving jobs that were lost when the train stopped running, to moving freight, to moving people. The plan for a commuter service from Langford to Victoria just may be back on track. In Langford, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn for The Daily.